I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to my top 5 saves for FM21. So we're just a few weeks away from release date and everyone's pretty excited. There's a lot of chat about who's going to do what in the beta save and what ideas people have for the main saves once the full game releases. Here are my ideas for a few clubs. They're all a little bit off the beaten track. You won't find any Premier League clubs in here with me. But without further ado, let's go and have a look at the first of those clubs. The first club I want to talk to you about is a club in the Belgian second division called Lommel. Now, this isn't just a shameless plug for my ongoing Lommel save, it's actually just started my bottom to top challenge with them in FM20. Although I will use it as an opportunity to plug it, go watch it. But the reason I wanted to put these in as a possible FM21 save is that in May of this year, Lommel were bought by the City Football Group, which is the group that owns Manchester City. So also in that group you have clubs like Girona and Troyes in France, you have New York City FC, there's Melbourne City and a few others in Asia. So it's probably a club where you can expect some financial stability because of the money in that football group, and also a lot of good youngsters that are available on loan through the link-ups through those clubs. So I think it's a good opportunity to bring in some of those players, help develop them, follow their careers as they move on to bigger and better things, but also it should be an opportunity to move up through the Belgian pyramid and get up towards challenging up with the top guys like Anderlecht and Club Brugge. The second team on my list is AZ Alkmaar in the Netherlands. The reason I've selected these is I think it's a good club for a youth type challenge. The youth facilities, the youth coaching, the youth recruitment are all very, very good at this club, and the training facilities are excellent too. So I think there's a good opportunity there to secure some good youngsters and develop them fairly quickly, either for use in your own first team or to move them on to bigger clubs for hefty fees and big add-ons so that you can improve your club that way and challenge the top guys in the Netherlands. Those of you who know me know I have a slightly odd and potentially unhealthy obsession with Hungarian football. I've been to watch a lot of it. The company I work for have an office there, so I spent a lot of time in Hungary and travelled around watching a lot of games. So I always had to pick a Hungarian team for one of my top 5, and I agonised over the choice a little bit. I did wonder whether Ferencváros was a potential good option. You may have noticed this week that they qualified for the Champions League for the first time for a long time. So yeah, they could have been an interesting choice, but probably a bit too easy domestically. So the club that I have picked is Debrecen. They are a pretty famous Hungarian club and been very successful in the last 20 years. They've won the league title there 7 times. But things have been going downhill there for a couple of years, and last season they actually got relegated. So they're going to start the 2021 season in the second tier of Hungarian football. As you can see from the graphic, they've got a very, very nice stadium and they're a well set up club, so it should be okay to turn them around and get them challenging back up at the top end of the top division again. One thing of note with Debrecen this season is they have actually signed Balázs Dudzak, who you may know as a fairly famous Hungarian footballer, played for the likes of PSV. He's getting to the latter stage of his career now, but he should absolutely blitz the second tier in Hungary, so he could be a player to have a lot of fun with in this save. Of course, a lot of people are very excited about Leeds United having made it back up into the Premier League for the first time in a long time, and I've seen a lot of people looking to run saves on that. But for me, a more interesting club is just up the road from them, and that is Harlow Town. Last season, they were promoted for the very first time in their history up into the Football League. They beat Notts County in the playoff final. They start the season actually playing their home games away at Rotherham, but that's only because they have to relay their pitch. They had a synthetic pitch, and obviously Football League regulations state you have to have a grass one. So the first month, 6 weeks, something like that of the season, you don't play at the Harrogate Stadium, I suppose. But then, yeah, once you get back there, the challenge is to take this little club, keep them in the Football League if you possibly can, and build from there to take them up towards the higher echelons of the game. My fifth and final selection is Rapid Vienna. Now, I don't see a lot of people running saves involving Austrian teams, but I think it's a league where there are a few good teams and some interesting challenges. Now, Rapid Vienna are the most famous, probably, of all Austrian teams throughout their history. They've won the league 32 times, which is more than anybody else, but they haven't won it since 2008. Of course, since then they've been trying to compete with the financial muscle of Red Bull Salzburg, who have been walking the league in most seasons since then. So of course the challenge here is to overturn that deficit and turn Rapid Vienna back into the Austrian powerhouse that they used to be, and take them forward and hopefully start competing in European competitions. They're a team that I have a lot of time for. As you can see, I actually have a Rapid Vienna shirt on here. It's a team I went to see over in Austria a couple of years ago when they had a guy called György Kvilitaya playing for them, a Georgian footballer who, again, I have a very strange obsession with. Ever since I saw him playing in Hungarian football, I followed him around a bit. So he's not at the club anymore, sadly. He's moved on to Ghent in Belgium, but I think Rapid Vienna will be a good save for you and a lot of fun in FM21. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at a few clubs I think will be interesting saves on FM21, and if you have, I'd be grateful if you could consider dropping a like on the video, and any comments you've got, I'd love to see them too. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd be grateful if you could consider doing so. I think you'd enjoy some of the other content we've got running on the channel currently. But all that remains for me now is to say thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.